Gold prices rising for the fourth straight session, hitting a 6-month high. Jared Blikre here with a look at what is driving those gains. Hey, Jared.
Hey, Julie, we've been here with the price of gold a few times before. Is this going to be the breakout? Right here, I have a chart going back to earlier this year of gold with the inverse of the 10-year real yield. So this is showing how bonds, at least the inverse of the real yield, were correlated. And then we had the Gaza incursion. Gold kind of decoupled and it hasn't looked back. Interesting to note another correlation, which is gold with the US dollar. Here I have as a proxy gold versus a euro. Why? Because a euro is moves inversely to the dollar. So when this is going up, the dollar is actually going down. And what we see is gold has been moving almost in lockstep, at least directionally, with the inverse of the dollar. And with all the talk about the Fed potentially being on hold, that has given the dollar's rise a pause. In fact, it's been sinking during the month of November, and that has been a tailwind for stocks. Also, I'd note that big drop-off in rates, that has also been supporting the case for gold because gold does compete for other things in terms of interest rates. Let's go to our futures heat map, and I'll just chart the raw price of gold. This heat map shows all our commodities over the last 2 months, and gold here is on the top line, up 10%. Now, let me just put a 5-year chart. I said gold has been here before. Well, that's because it's been above $2,000 an ounce 4 different times. 1, 2, and it's hard to see here, but 3, 4, 1 month apart. And it looks like now finally on the move to break out. And if we did have the dollar, I guess, agreeing with it by backing off and continuing to stay on its downward course along with rates, that would support the case for higher gold just on a technical basis. And given the length of the consolidation here, we're talking more than 3 years, we could easily see a big pop to the upside. But is this going to be the time, or is it going to be 1 month from now? That's a trick with some of these long-term charts. The timing gets a little bit difficult, but nevertheless, the setup is here.